Hi, it's Alicia from my Workbasket. I know that it can be very overwhelming to get started crafting. You feel like you need a ton of stuff, you feel like you need a lot of supplies, but I'm going to show you today a really cute, simple picture like this that can be made with just basic supplies and really only a few minutes of time. So we're going to start with a few colors of cardstock, something for our flowers, something for our leaves, some color for our vase, and a decorative background. I have the gold background, but you could use patterned paper, glitter paper, colored paper. Use what you have. Use different colors, mix it up, and do what you like. You'll also need a pair of scissors, a glue pen, and a marker. Now, if you don't have the same glue pen as me, that's fine. You can use a glue stick, glue tape, just use what you have. You can even use liquid glue. My marker is a comically large permanent marker I have because I can't be trusted at the dollar store, but you can use a normal sized marker, a zig pen, a brush marker, a crayon, an oil pastel. You can even use a different color besides black. White might be really pretty as well. You can see this is the paper from the packaging of my cardstock. It came with the 5 colors including gold, and then I also bought a pack of green, and this came from Michael's, but there's other packs available. We're going to cut out some organic circle shapes for our flowers. All you want to make sure is that they're round and don't have any sharp edges. And we're also going to cut out some basic leaf shapes. Now, a little known fact is that odd numbers are naturally more appealing to the eye. So I opted to go with 5 flowers and 5 leaves. But you can make 3 large flowers, you can make 7 flowers. Just try to keep it as an odd number so that you can create a more balanced finished piece. Here you can see my 5 flowers, and you can notice they're all different. They're all different sizes, they're all different shapes. They're just basically circular. I also freehand cut out a vase shape. If you really care about precision, you could follow a stencil here. You can make a different shape vase. And I cut out a little strip just for some contrast and color and glued it down over the top of my vase. And then after the glue dried, I just trimmed off that edge. Now my vase is freehand and I just think it's fine, but you can absolutely use a stencil or use a different vase shape altogether. Do what you like. We're going to use our black or white marker, whatever you have, and we're going to outline all of our shapes and give our flowers a center like you see here. Here you can see my leaves, my flowers, and my vase all outlined and ready to be shaped and glued down. So we're going to shape them very easily using what we have. We're going to hold the flowers in our hand and push them down over the edge of our marker or our glue pen. And what that's going to do is create a nice shape with a flat center where the base of the pen was. You can see here that I made sure they don't have any flat sides. They all folded up well, and they really pop off the table when I set them down. We're going to also curl our leaves around our glue pen or marker just enough to create a little bit of shape to it. You don't want them to be too curly. You can see here how they just pop a little bit when they're laid down onto the table. And then we're going to get our vase ready. To shape our vase, we're going to cup it in our hand and just curl our hand a little bit around it. You're going to want the edges to be somewhat flat, and you don't want a lot of crease marks, so don't fold it too far. Here you can see my pieces all laid on the table and ready to be arranged and glued down in a minute. You're going to want to take your paper and trim it if need be to fit your frame. Make sure that as you arrange them, you like it. Cut more flowers if you feel like you need more. And make sure that when you put it in the frame, the flowers aren't going to be smushed. A little bit of glue just right in the center of the flower is going to be all it takes to hold it down. So just put a little glue in the flat spot and then give it a little hold just to make sure that it's staying in place. Now there's not a lot holding these, so you're just kind of holding it to give it a second so that they can really kind of get some oomph. We're going to put glue just in the corner of our leaves because the center isn't going to touch. And when you put them down, feel free to kind of squish them together just a little bit to make them pop a little bit more. Here you can see my flowers and leaves glued down and ready for me to glue down my vase. I'm going to put glue just around the edges of my vase because it's not going to touch in the center. So you just want enough to glue down the edges. And you can see here after I held it, this is how it looks all glued together. Everything's popping off on my page and looks great, and it's ready for my frame. I just left the glass off of a cheap frame. You can use any frame you have, and you can see here how they all pop just right out of the frame and just right out 3D style. Here's the finished picture, ready to be hung wherever I want. I like to hang cheap art like this on the mantle for a season or in the bathroom, so I don't care if it gets kind of gross. You can see here the one that I made in class. And the one in the frame has a different flower count, different leaf count, and I used oil pastels instead of Sharpie. So you can see how it just creates a very different look. And then it's just nice to kind of play around with. So again, this is Alicia from My Workbasket. I hope you enjoyed this nice simple craft. I'd love to see yours if you make one. Be sure to subscribe and visit my website too at myworkbasket.com for more crafts and fun. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.